Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Ray Shadows. Hopefully you guys are amazing and having had amazing weekends, and hopefully you guys are gonna have a great week and to start of the week this week. So hopefully everyone has a great week. I know everyone is definitely getting busy. It's getting closer to Halloween, so Halloween parties coming up and some interesting things happening in Raid Shadow Legends. It's been a bit quiet over the past couple of weeks. However, it's now seeming to get a bit more spicy, and plarium seemed to be a bit quiet until yesterday. Then yesterday night they released a video with Ash. It's a Cirilla doing a full interview, and we're going to do a reaction to this. So I watched this last night in stream, and I was wondering if I should
coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends.
do a reaction. So we're going to do a reaction and see my personal thoughts and how this is going to go on.
Not alone, ladies and gentlemen. I am
I also put this video below if you've not seen it already, but there has been an announcement in game. So
by the lovely Cirilla, community manager,
we'll
lead
see.
at Plarium.
Yeah.
Cirilla, welcome to the channel.
Let's watch it.
The video. It's been a minute. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me, and hi everyone.
We have the hard-hitting questions first here, okay? Who's your favorite champion in the game so I can highlight them in the background?
Maybe I'll skip that.
Why don't you just tell me, or start wherever you want to start, whatever you kind of want to open this this chat up with.
We've been monitoring what people have been saying about the mythical champions and how the community has been really hyped up about the whole thing. So we thought that we might have had a bit of a falling out in terms of communicating the whole.
A bit of falling out, to be honest. Like the raid community always been pretty fantastic and very supportive of content creators. I think raid community probably has one of the best communities for non-toxicness. However, it has been pretty toxic over the past couple of weeks with the decisions that plarium made and haven't taken much for consideration. And what it looks like from our point of view, even from a former big spender for myself and Ash, is they're being greedy and trying to rinse us for money and don't want to give us the rewards in return, and making no improvement, releasing the content that is meant to be helping with primal shards, for example. Where can you farm it? Hydra Clash? I mean, Hydra Clash is broken anyway because Affinity Comp and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's why there's so much negative about this, because the way they've done primal shards, like, they release rares. I mean, they do want to be more OP than Sacreds, but, like, come on.
Whole feature and probably properly addressing the issue of introducing these champions into the game and fitting them into the whole system. So we thought we would talk about this.
What they should have done with mythical champions, and the one thing that they should start off with, is they got to build this up a bit more, you know, to be great content. They shouldn't have added the rares in. They should have made it 1% legendaries, 99% epic, and 0.5% for mythical. You know, I can understand not doing a 2x so much and stuff like that. It's still quite expensive. You know, you're guaranteed an epic champion, even so. And there is a lot of free-to-play players that would need a lot of epic champions. And if they put Void in on top, that would actually be pretty good. Getting the right legendary, though, like a Taurus, I mean, there's 400 legendaries in the game, right? So still trying to get a legendary would be super, super tough. But yeah, like, there is a lot of legendaries in this game, so trying to get the right legendary from the primal, and that's what I think that they should have done. It's like these prism shards. The prism shards are a complete mess. Like, no one's doing anything with them. Anyway, let's get into it.
In the video, and that might come across better than we would, just throw out a tag.
So anyway, my point is I would have released a mythical champion first. Give everyone a free mythical champion. I don't want to do a spoiler here, but give everyone a free mythical champion, let them earn that free mythical champion, then go ahead with the primal shards and stuff like that. That would have been way more positive.
text format of explanation somewhere. Where I wanted to start is from the changes that we implemented last week into the game, which had to do with the modifications to the mercy system involving
Mercy system should have been in day one.
mythical champions, and then we reduced the price for shards, for primal shards, by adding them to regular offers.
Primal shards still ridiculously expensive.
I don't think how regular they are, considering the fact that they just have been introduced into the game. But
Gotcha.
my message is that this is not it, and we have a whole array of other things that we would like to happen in the game that would improve the feature for players.
Thank you. First of all, just touching on the communication, obviously, I've been talking to BJM a bit behind the scenes and stuff like that, and I know you've seen the community feedback, so wanted to thank you again. Whether it's good news or bad news or any news or whatever, just love when there's an open line of comms. So again, I really appreciate you coming on here and answering some of the questions that we do have. Regarding mythical champions and primal shards, I got to ask the first question that comes to mind, and that is 2x primals, but no 2x mythicals. Are you going to be doing any 2x mythicals? Because I'm not going to shave until you guys do.
Me too.
Is that a no?
The short answer is not yet, because there simply are not too many mythical champions in the game for now. We will keep gradually releasing them, and then consider launching some kind of an event like that. So it's not a hard no, it's just not yet.
Okay, so there's just, okay, I mean, we can move on, but essentially there's only, what is there, 6 or something right now? Or so it feels like, 5, 6.
Yes.
So you just don't want everybody to get them, basically. you don't want everybody to collect them all, and then there's no reason to to want primal shards, basically.
It's it's a bad question, but yeah, it's just give us a little bit more time,
Okay.
and let us just pour more of them into the world of Plarium, and then some kind of an event is.
These primal champions are not OP. They're good and they're pretty reasonable. And I think if a free-to-play got hold of them, they'll probably be account changing for a lot of people. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be complaining if I pulled them on my free-to-play. However, I do feel that they are superly expensive. Would it have hurt them to do a 10x? Sorry, not a 10x, because they have them one. A 2 times on mythical? No. Even if it's 6 in the game, you still have to pull 230 to hit mercy, right? And at 1% chance, I mean, it's like ancient shards. On a legendary, I just pulled 90 ancients or 100 ancients over the weekend. I didn't get a legendary. I mean, I should have. And then I opened some accounts with 290 ancient shards, and I pulled 5 legendaries. You know, it's just your luck. And I think that people are more willing to spend if you give them a bit more for their money. And that's what people want, is they want good stuff for their money. In the day, this is hard, hold, cash. And people want to feel like they get their good value. Even if there is no value in it, because at the end of the day, it's a game. People are willing to spend. Just give them a reason to spend.
Is like that is going to happen.
So mythical champions, generally speaking, do you look at that update as a success so far? What do you think? Some people are like, wow, they're very underwhelming. Others are like, oh, they're interesting, but they're not, they
are underwhelming because Taurus and Marishka are so powerful, and avoid legendary should be the same as a mythical, right? They shouldn't be OP, but they're so powerful. That's why the mythical champions feel underwhelming. If Tormarishka wasn't so strong, then they probably wouldn't feel so underwhelming.
OP-ness does not justify the cost, I guess. And then others are saying kind of ignoring them until the prices can come down. Again, you have had some movement in the mercy and the cost in that direction. Others are like, I don't want to open a primal shard because I could get a rare champion that's a campaign farmable. So there's all sorts of opinions out there.
That's Ash's opinion, yeah.
mythical champions, should they be better than they are?
Well, we hear and see a lot of opinions. They differ. Some players are saying that they should be OP. Others are saying that no, they shouldn't. We ourselves are leaning more toward the thought that they shouldn't undermine all the years of the progress that players have been making in the game. What we wanted to do, our main intention was to expand this pool of possibilities to play with the metamorph mechanics of these champions. So no, we don't think that they should be too overpowered, and this is why we are not we're not letting develop two sets of artifacts, because that would bring them obviously closer to being too good. Well, I mean, not too good, but too OP again.
Like power creep everybody in the game.
Yeah, and we'll just keep gradually releasing them, not at a very fast pace, like 1-2 per month. We think would be enough, but we will be introducing, and this is really important, we'll be introducing more ways to actually get champions in the game by, throwing in more resources.
Okay, you mean like quartz and stuff like that? Is that what you're referring to, basically?
Yeah, there are a couple of places that we are not considering already, because this has been discussed and in development, and will soon appear in the game. So the Hydra Clash. First, we are going to add more primal quartz in chests, and also
Finally.
we're thinking about adding mythical tomes to those chests.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
Okay.
For now, you can get them only in events and tournaments, and soon, the Hydro Clash itself will become more appealing, because you'll be able to get more quartz from the chests. Also, the question that may follow is about the cadaver.
That was my next question. That way, you reading my mind. Okay.
You were gonna ask about that. It's finally happening next week. Fingers crossed, if all is well. There will be another version release of the game, and with it, we're going to nerf, or rather fix cadaver, and namely his A1. We're gonna put a 200k cap to the additional damage from his shield.
Gotcha.
So this is something that we'll ask you to see how it
time. I mean, no more 90-minute runs for me.
Plays out in the end.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I can speak for myself on that one. I am happy that you're doing that. I'm sure people who went out of their way to
I'm really happy about that.
To build that team and upgrade.
And I built that team, but I didn't care about building a team and losing resources. In the day, I wanted to keep up with everyone else. So I had no choice really to build it, because everyone else had it.
Those champions will not be.
That's a question. That's a question.
I guess that's probably the nature of the beast to some extent.
Fair.
Yeah. Hydra Clash hasn't been like super popular, at least in my audience. Are there going to be additional ways? I guess part of that's because of Corpulent Cadaver and Infinity Shield teams. Some complaints on matchmaking and stuff like that as well. Are you further optimizing Hydra Clash from where it is right now? Furthermore, is there going to be other ways in addition to just Hydra Clash?
My personal best in Hydro Clash right now: 1 hour, 33 minutes and 12 seconds for 3.3 billion on hard. And there's people that's doing 50 billion now, or 40 billion. I think 50 billion is now the personal best. Absolutely ludicrous. It shouldn't even been allowed to happen.
Clash that you'll include, like maybe like Hydra or whatever other areas of the game?
Yeah, regarding the rebalancing Hydra Clash, I'm sure our game designers are onto that, they are looking at all the ways that matchmaking may not work properly in all the areas of.
No, it doesn't work properly because every 3 weeks I face the same 4 clans, and that's just amazing. Like, I don't want to see the same 4 clans every 3 weeks. Doesn't matter if I win or lose. Like, the whole point is we're meant to be battling against each other.
The game, but I don't have anything specific to say in that regard just yet. However,
Match the top 100. Match the top 100 against each other. Just randomly match it. You know, do the top 100 or 200, manually match that, then change it up.
getting other ways to get primal quartz. One of them is going to be live arena.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I like the idea of being able to get more in live arena. Really? Oh yeah. I was kind of so looking forward to quit that content after I maxed the Great Hall.
We are going to be adding primal quartz throughout chests in all the tiers. So this is something also to look forward to. Also, one of the non-obvious ways in terms of getting mythical champions or primal quartz, well, in this case, it's about mythical champions, which we don't want to just give players more resources to build mythical champions from. We are also going to introduce that permanent fusion.
Ooh, okay. This is some juicy info.
Similar to
Okay.
rosin.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Similar to rosin. Yeah.
No.
Be nice. You don't have to agree with her, but at least let her finish her sentences.
So now we already have a permanent fusion for epic, and then for rosin, and this one's going to be for a mythical champion. And of course, it is suffice to say that it's not going to be easy. Well, because it is a mythical champion, but it will be just introducing a lot of ways for players to be able to build the champion over time.
My question is, I really like this. So first of all, thumbs up. Secondly, will you need to acquire legendaries to fuse this mythical? Because that kind of makes sense. How many legendaries do you need? 2? 4? Can you fuse them with epics, like traditional true fusions? And then the thing is, these legendaries as well, they're gotta be trash legendaries if there was to do legendaries. So, how would you go ahead and do that? Because if you do epics, then it's going to be way too easy to do this. It has to have legendaries. And it have to be a way where you can get the legendaries free to play, meaning go and get the rares to do the epics and then the epics into the legendaries. But if you put Warlord, Kaimar, Duchess, that wouldn't happen, by the way. But if they did, people would fuse the legendaries and not the mythical. So that mythical champion in itself has to be kind of OP or top tier. Like, it has to be like Duchess level for people to go for this. Mephala level, Lydia's level to go and get this. You know, Lydia isn't as top tier now as she was, but people still go and get her, you know? And I think mythical is a little bit more subjective because it does take you a long time to get you them mythical tomes and stuff like that. So most people probably won't even bother anyway. And if you are free to play, is it still better to pick up the legendaries over the mythicals? But even legendaries on a free to play, it's like nearly impossible to get booked until you're doing Nightmare or Ultra Nightmare clan boss.
Okay. Wow, that's good news. Was that champion the permanent mythical fusion that's coming to the game? First of all, any idea when? Are we talking like in a couple of weeks? Or are we talking like by the end of the year? Or, you know, any idea at all there?
From what I know, it's like by the end of the year, definitely, but probably no.
Not like right away.
Actually, it's next week.
Oh, so, well, golly. Okay, so a permanent
fusion confirmed for next week. Mythical
fusion that's going to be hard to get. Mythical champion.
You may have already seen it.
Okay, so it's going to be one of the Halloweens then. It's going to be one of the Halloweens. No? Okay.
You'll see.
First of all, 2 questions. Part 1 is you guys keep saying in your little update videos on the YouTube channel that there's going to be all this new hard content coming and you're going to need these champions, guys, and blah, blah, blah. And you also dropped the line of like, don't worry, we're going to give you a free mythical champion. So where's that freebie? Is that the fusion? Is that the permanent fusion that you're referring to, or is there another freebie? I'm still waiting on my free mythical, Cirilla.
Keep waiting, bitch.
Before I forget, we also know that one of the mythical champions desperately needs to be looked at. This is Siegfried. His survivability needs like a rework, and we're looking in that direction. As for other ways to get a free champion, there's some huge content coming up, and we are looking to get it out by the end of the year, if all goes well. So this is even bigger than the Doom Tower.
Whoa!
It's going to provide a lot of content.
You gave me my title, Cirilla, even bigger than Doom Tower.
Really a lot of content.
Wow.
You know that I will be covering this on the channel, so go and hit that subscription button, leave a like, and drop a comment below.
Holy moly, even bigger than Doom Tower. Wow, you're getting my juices flowing.
And you know the thing is I believe if this gets dropped in December, I will just be going full-time, or will be full-time on YouTube and Twitch. So this will be perfect content for me to really kind of sit down and break down and try and bring, like, not free-to-play builds, but or free-to-play teams, but not overpowered champions or stats that people can't meet.
In here, this is exciting news.
Similar to how you can get Lydia from Faction Wars,
Yeah.
you can also get a mythical champion in this area of the content.
What area did you say again? What was it?
No.
It was worth a try.
You will see in good time. It's just that we want to
You nearly
get
got
it
it for a
out
second.
into the world by dressing it in a proper format. You know how we make all those great videos with wonderful visuals and some
Yes.
sneak peeks.
So you're
So
taking
this
shots at yours truly. I get it. I
I
get it.
don't really want to spoil that.
I'm not fancy enough for you. I get it, to break
Yeah.
the news.
Yeah.
So we got something bigger. I can't believe you said bigger than Doom Tower. That is lofty, Cirilla. That is lofty, because Doom Tower is the best update you guys have ever came out with, in the
Disagree.
opinion of yours truly. Primal Shards.
Great.
Why do you include rares in Primal Shards? People really did not like the rares being included.
Sacred shards are still like the best. They should be the best. And
Okay.
then void shards and mythical shards, they should be approximately of the same value. It's just that they provide different champions in terms of how they could be utilized in the game. And we didn't want, from the start, we didn't want primal shards to, cannibalize the importance of the sacred shards.
Okay, I understand that.
Tell me, do
I can't understand.
you demons bleed?
I think that in terms of the new
I skipped it because I just don't want to hear about primal shards and rares, to be honest. Like, you guys can go watch that.
content.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Just something I thought of. It's not Great Void.
Okay, it's not Great Void.
It's not the
So the Great Void is not the content.
Void Tower that everyone has been talking about. It's something else.
What about Great Void?
No. Don't get me there.
Okay, the only things in the game right now that are hidden still, 4 or 5 years after the game was launched, is the last faction and the Great Void that I can think of, unless I'm missing something. And
They're
it's
full of surprises.
they're both surprises. It's Great Void. That's been in there for a long time, Cirilla. It's been in there for a long one. Is it going to be
It's not that yet.
okay? I made let me okay. So I asked you as much as I can about the new content. We'll have to wait and see. I do want to ask you this. I want to ask you about all the quality of life stuff, right? So First of all, you can see by my inbox right here, Cirilla, that I am. This must say something about my personality type because I'm sitting at 400 out of 400 in the inbox, right? So
Just needs to cleanse his gear. I mean, really? 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 5-star gear? Anyway. Get 2 in storage each. That's confirmed. I think that's coming end of the year.
Not really. We tweaked it, and we still see that it's not performing in a satisfactory way. So we thought that we would tweak it even more, and that is planned for like the beginning of next year. What we were thinking about is making it proc once per instance, and that would help to mitigate some effects from the existing meta in the game.
So there is another polymorph nerve at some point.
We all know what meta we're talking about, but yeah, this is happening.
I like that idea because it's still ridiculously, like, it shouldn't stack the way it does. If it just happens once, or has a champions, it happens one, people are not going to run 3 champions with polymorph.
In the next several months.
okay, all right, okay, that's good to hear. How about all? I mean, you probably, I don't know if you watch all our videos or anything. I don't want to be too presumptuous, but I mean, you've got to hear everybody complaining about the, yeah, it's cool that you release new champions. We dig it. I think that overall people like new champions. All that being said, though, is what about all the crappy ones out there? Or ones, we mentioned Rosin Scarhide, for example. I don't need you to comment directly.
My Razin's a +4, so I'd like him to be, I would love to see him, buffed.
Directly on him, but like, I love Rosin, right? But he's 91 speed. He's a legendary Cirilla, like, what about all the mediocre or power crept legendaries and epics and voids? Because when you pull a void legendary, man, you want it to be a good one. If it's a bad one, you feel like, there it goes, I reset my mercy and I'm doomed. Rebalancing, are you guys gonna up the cadence a little bit? It's been like 5 months since you've rebalanced.
Yeah, it's good that you mentioned this, that there was a period of time, and I'm sure you remember it, when we would regularly rebalance a batch of champions, like every month or every 2 months, 3 months.
I mean, they've stopped doing that. Why? It's fun in the game. People don't want to see new legendaries in the game now. Like, there's a lot of legendaries now and again. Like, if you do 12 fusions, that's 12 new legendaries a year. I wouldn't release any more. Especially, like, I just wouldn't. I mean, you got mythical as well now, so maybe they should pay attention to doing mythical fusions. She spoke about in here about releasing 1 or 2 mythical champions a month. That's 24, that's 36 mythical champions. So you're going to go from 6 to 42. So I think, like, I don't think you'll see a 2x anyway until the end of next year if they stick to that plan.
And then the pace slowed down a bit because the team that is
And if that does happen, it might actually be better to buy Primal Shards and Sacred and Ancient, just because you have more options of pulling champions that you don't have, and pulling mythical champions over legendaries, having 2% chance to pull a legendary as well. Sacred still gives you 16, but you earn enough from clan boss and in-game activities like 3 vs 3, etc. Plus your login, like you do get generally enough, so you could argue that.
that specializes in rebalances worked on like other champions, new champions, mythical champions. Now we are gradually coming back to the
level, so it'd be cool.
He talks about, I'm not going to watch this here, I'm just going to give my quick feedback. It's about empowering epics and rares. I think it's a silly idea, empowering epics and rares. I don't feel like it's needed. I don't want to see it in the game. They are my chickens. Leave me to them, have my chickens. Like, 90% of people a good epic is good, but do you want it empowered? Do you really want to look for 4 world guards and then 15 world guards as a free to play? Not really. Like, there is enough going on in the game as it is. I don't want to see empowerment epics. Empowerment for legendaries was worse enough. Like, if they didn't do empowerment on legendaries but still did the blessings, I think that's okay. But doing both was just too much. You do get blessings on epics and rares, but you know, at one point, epics become nearly par level with legendary, and as a business, that's bad, I think. And I think that legendaries should say legendaries. And I think void legendaries now being stronger than mythicals, they should be on par with each other. They should be level. Give that balance. Give that platinum arena resets and stuff like that. That big juicy overall balance, you know, not just where everyone's running Taurus and Marishka defense, for example. Clan Wars.
And because this is a very complex feature, we don't want to rush with, anything. We have to.
They don't want to rush it because they've rushed everything else and seen negative feedback. Now they have competition. They can't afford to rush things now because more players will quit, and they're always seeing their revenue drop. That's why they rebalance primal shards, not because the community was saying something. It's because of that.
Really thoroughly work on every single detail and make sure that it's done really well before we release it. But this is something that we're working on actively. Yes.
This is insane. Okay. So to be clear, the Clan Wars, which I've been asking for since I started playing this game, I think a Clan Wars done right could give another 5 years of life, if not more, you know, to Raid Shadow Legends. That social dynamic is so huge, you know.
Agreed.
So
the one, I'm going to wrap up here, but the one thing that I would like to see from Raid is to make this more fun as a game and bring the community against each other, but not, oh, do I have a bigger wallet than you? It needs to be something a bit different. So the way that I think they should change it, clan versus clan should, well, it won't never be scrapped, but now should be monthly. And now they should do this other clan versus clan. So that's a different event, which just shouldn't involve cost and money. They need to do it somewhere that's fun. I think they need to get the content creators involved. I think that the content creators have been left out in the cold lately. A lot of them quitting, like Machan, another one changing direction of the channels. So yeah, like Mad Kappa and stuff like that. So even Smiley and stuff like that, like the change of the direction of the channels. Statistics not being posted as well from Mad. Like there's all this going on and there's a reason. So I would like to see, as a content creator, not official content creator, but as a content creator as myself, I would like to see where I can have interactions with my community, interactions with streams, so I can create streams to have different content, not just takeovers, but some type of activities for my community, so I can bring my community closer to myself. Like games like I do really well like that, our Clash of Clans, they are really good. Like we can do clan versus clan anytime we want, and you can make it free. It is free, and it is me versus a viewer, you know. And I would like to see this in Live Arena as well. Like I think Live Arena has so much potential, but right now it lacks so much. There's so many bugs, it barely works, and then when it does work, it's tedious and takes so long. Like I don't do Live Arena for 3 days in a row because I'm at work. You know, I'm sleeping or I work when it's open. So these things need to be fixed, like, and they need to be looked at. And platinum reset, change the time zone, bring new players into the community that have powerful accounts, but never push it because it's 4 a.m. in America or is 8 a.m. in England. You know, like 8 a.m. is a good time to push for most people. I work in hospitality. The chances of me sleeping in is quite high. I'm not saying they need to change it for myself, but they need to change it for the community. allow people to do this, allow content creators to have friendly tournaments. I'm sure how Hades would like this. I'm sure Blazing would like to do it with his community. I would love to do it with mine. I would say, 16 people in chat. Okay, let's do a tournament. See how long we go. I bring my free to player. I bring my whale clan. We control it and say, okay, we only use epics from Undead. Whatever you got built, let's go. You'll see a nuke and husk, and just these weird things come out of the woodwork. Give us reasons to build more epics. Give us reason to build more legendary, not because we need it, because there's these competitions. And it brings more content as well, so there's just so much more that they can do. The stuff is already in game. They just need to spend time in doing it. Spend less time in doing summoning events and do more things for the community. Make the community more positive, more reaction with the community, and then you'll see your funds go up. You'll see more people spend their money, because this is just basic upselling. Is make sure people enjoy your service, offer them something for free, and then you get something in return when someone is happy to spend money. And that is just basic business in selling a product. So I'm not a professional in selling stuff, but I've worked in hospitality for 15 years. There's a customer and there's a demand for it. You give that demand and you try and give that product, and you as 100%, you'll never get 100% from your community, but you will please 99% people that way. Give them good customer service, and they can do this in Raid. How many times have I spoke to customer service and I've had to wait 2 weeks for a reply? When you're spending $200 a month or $300 a month, $2,000 a month, you expect it like this, fast. So there's so many things that they can do to make it better for content creators, for the community, make it more fun, get rid of all this toxic stuff, and just start behaving maturely and stop worrying about filling your pockets short term when you'll fill your pockets long term by having a bigger community, a happier community. There is RNG in this game. We know we play our RNG game. People are not angry about pulling epics from sacred shards. However, when you take the sacred shard and you replace it with a primal shard now in a day log, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. They don't even make sacreds that available still, other than clan boss. So it's just something that I think plarium need to sit down and work on and stuff like that. I don't make these type of videos a lot. It's not a rant. This is just something as a customer myself for Raid and someone that enjoys the game. And I still love the game. I'm still in love with the game. I still play it every day. I have 3 accounts. I'm very happy with Raid. I help many people as possible on my channel. And I try and educate people. But Plarium, I think if they make these decisions, and these are the decisions that I would like to see from Plarium next year, would be better. But there's so much dead content now in this game that makes no sense, and they don't buff it. So yeah. Anyway, that's it from me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This helps support my content. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you do watch most of this video. I don't make videos like this a lot. Hopefully this is something that you guys like. I won't be doing this a lot anyway, because I have my content and I know what I want from my channel, so I won't be doing this a lot. Anyway, I've been Grim Reaper. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.